Welcome to Adda Gaming. Today we're looking at how to keep citizens happy. I did a previous episode on this map where we built a stable economy, but while we've been building our economy, our support has dropped to 50%. Apparently people aren't happy, so if we have a look at what some of the issues are. If you go to the Almanac tab and go to happiness. So the overall happiness is about 34, we're going to need to bump that right up. So they're quite happy with the food, we've got plenty of plantations and got a few ranches. Healthcare isn't too good, there's not so much we can do, I don't think, in Colonial era to improve the healthcare. The fun is absolutely shocking at 16. Apparently work, they don't like just to work and have no circuses or taverns to go to. The faith is doing pretty badly as well. Housing is okay. I did build some bunkhouses at the end of the last episode. Jobs are good, liberty, crime safety is really good. Right, so we're going to look at what we can do to improve the situation and get a bit more support. First of all, I'm just going to basically I want to do as many of these revolutionary quests as I can and get the revolutionary support, and when the approval's high enough then we'll have the revolution and we'll be able to go into the Cold War. Right, so I'm going to build a chapel and that's going to help with my religious. Right, so if I go to my public services, you can see I've got two things I can build. I can either build a chapel, that's good for religion, so I think I'm going to build it, let's see. Might actually build it here.
Viva la revolution! Together, Governor Joe, I and...
Right, so as you can see, my revolutionary approval is up, and already my support is much greater because just by doing missions you can get your support up when you improve your relations with either the Crown or the revolutionists. Right, now I'm going to see what else I can do because as I said before, my approval was absolutely shocking. If I go to my entertainment, I have two options. I have my tavern and I have my circus. I'm just going to buy the blueprint for the circus. The advantages of the tavern is it's really, really small, so I can fit it in almost anywhere. So I'm going to put it. Put a tavern here. And when people go to work, the jobs will open up. The circus, the advantage is loads and loads of people can fit in the circus, but the disadvantage is it's very, very big. I'm going to put one in here, but it can fit a lot more people and it can entertain a lot of people. So yeah, you can see already people are filling up to see the circus. No takers for the tavern at the moment. And what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to... Oh, no one's working at the chapel. Maybe my jobs are... Yeah, you see I've got a lot of vacant jobs at the moment, so it might take a little bit time to fill. I'm also going to need to build some more houses as we're getting pretty low in that area. In the first episode I built lots and lots of bunkhouses. These are for poor people, but if we go to some of our buildings, such as a rum distillery, we'll see that actually the workers there are well off. As the Teamsters offices, there's quite a lot of well off people here as well. So what I'm going to need to do is, if I look at my residential buildings, I've got the mansion, which is for rich, the bunkhouse for poor, and the country house for the well off. So I think I'm going to build a couple of well off houses for... to keep some of my more wealthy workers happy. Yeah, and what you can see, as soon as I'm building them, people are filling up. Yeah, I'll build another one on the other side. Build one here. And I'll get another bunkhouse in. No, that doesn't fit there. I'll go there. Yeah, I'm starting to fill up these... Oh, and you can see my circus is a hit. And we've got lots and lots of people. And my approval ratings are pretty good at the moment, 87%. Just going to speed things up a bit because I need a few more people. And yeah, my housing is under control. Yes. Oh, am I trading? Let's see if we've got any rum. Ah, brilliant. I'll get a bit of coca in as well.
More, Governor, more. Oh.
Right, my population's building up nicely now, so I'll be able to build a few more things.
The people have a request.
Right, so I need a pirate cove, that'll be...
Viva la revolution! Together, Governor Ju, I, and the people will turn everything around.
Right, as I can see, Matt, a good way to recognise if you need... I'll just turn the speed down. A good way to recognise if you need more of a, say, a certain building is by the number of people in it. So if we look at the chapel and it's always full, then we probably do need another chapel somewhere. Same with the circus. The circus is doing pretty well. As our population builds, we're definitely going to need another one. So what I'm going to do is, I'm probably going to expand a bit out here, build some more ranches. So I think I'm going to build a couple of more bunkhouses. And I'm going to build another circus over here. It's also so people who live around here don't have to walk all the way over to this circus and then back to the plantations. It's much more efficient if we can get them walking less. So right, I'll just quick build these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my circus here. Now if I look... my chapel's not as busy as I thought it would be. I might build another chapel over here as well, just because my rating was not good for religion. And usually it's pretty popular. Right, that's good. Got trade routes going. Oopsie. No, I don't want to impart that.
I must say I'm glad.
Yep, so you can see my support's nice and high at the moment. Now I'm going to look up here. So the guys up here, if they want to go and get food, they need to walk all the way down here. As do the need for entertainment, and if they want to go to the chapel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some services up here. I'm going to build a grocery. That means they'll have food. They won't have to go far to get their goods. I'm going to actually build another house because I can see there's a... And because there's a Teamster's office, I'll just have a look, because some of these are quite well off. Yeah, there's quite a few well off people. 4 of them are well off. Logging camp, they may be well off as well. So I think I'm going to build some country houses and keep the well-off folk happy. And what I'm going to do is, I haven't got that much room because of all this uneven land. So I'm going to build another logging camp, possibly a bit further up. So let's get a logging camp in there. I think I've missed that. And I'll need a residential. And I'll get a tavern in up here as well. And I am going to expand out here. I'm not quite sure what I'll decide to build yet, but I may as well get a chapel in here. Put it in the back here.
More, Governor, more.
Right, as you can see, my money's dropped a little bit.
Well, you did the right thing. Which,
so let's see, we've got vacant jobs 14, vacant homes 12, so we're doing all right in regards to that. Yeah, we can see, oh, my chapel's full. How's this chapel doing? That's pretty full as well. So what I'll probably do is I'm going to put I'll connect this and maybe put a chapel in here. I'll just check my almanac just to let's see. So our happiness has gone up from, I think it was 34 last time, to 38. So we're on the rise. Healthcare's stayed the same. Food has went down a little bit. Fun is right up to 40. That's great to see. So we're making people happy. And the faith is on the rise as well, which is good. Right, so we'll get another one of those chapels in. Because as you can see, we click on the chapels and they're pretty much full. So that means people may be trying to get in who can't. If we have a look at our circus, this one isn't doing too well at the moment because we haven't got that much going on over here. But when we start to develop it, hopefully things will build up. Right, vacant job 16. Yep, we've got a trade route in. Let's see if we can get any more rum. Also processed resources, because things like leather and logs can go for quite a bit. We've got logs here. And meat, that's import. Yeah, we'll get another trade thing. We've got the cash.
I must say I'm glad.
Right, I'm just gonna. Nice note. This road building is really annoying when you want just like a little bit. Nah. Messed that up. Yeah, tip for when you're building roads, just build it to just one out and then you can easily join it. Right, I'm going to have a look at just building a couple more ranches just to keep my industry growing. And cattle is looking pretty good. So yeah, 89%. Would have been, yeah, possibly just put back one. And I get even more. And I'm going to put them on pasture prohibition so as not to destroy my
Corruption is so right, Governor.
Right, so I can build a tavern.
Viva la revolution!
Yep, and you can see my support is sky high, so just by doing the by doing the requests quite quickly. If we have a look back at my Almac, my food's back to 41, healthcare can't do, funds up again to 43, faith is rising steadily, which is good to see. So we are doing quite well if I just look at my faith up here. So yeah, even though it's a bit out the way, it's still getting a decent number. Just need to keep my trades going just to bring the money in. Let's have a look. Do we have any? And as you can see, my cash inflow is going quite well.
Oh,
Ah, so I need to build a dungeon, do I? Ah, yes, and one thing I've just forgot. Just going to build my dungeon there is a library.
well,
Yeah, the library is quite important because you've got the research tab, and your library builds knowledge, so you can research different things like penal colony if you want to increase the immigration rate, which I'm probably not going to use, but there's quite a few useful things here that you can research. So yeah, it's good to have a library. And these workers can be a bit better off, so I've got well off, I've got rich, and I've got a rich.
Corruption is so right, Governor, but we have to hereby to find out.
So what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to get to build my first mansion. I'll unlock the... And have I left myself enough room? You know what, I'm going to get rid of that for now. Build it somewhere, so I'll build a mansion here for my library. Right, so, and I'll build a country house because I think the other one was well off. And I needed another tavern.
excuse me, old sport. I need a tea.
I think I'll build a tavern probably over here because I'm gonna... It's a country house. Well, my fund rating should be sky high. 98% support, going well. So what I'm going to be keeping on doing is I'm just going to rebuild that dungeon probably. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be, as my population goes up, I'm just going to be building more homes and making sure it's appropriate. So if I've got well-off people, I need to build country houses, bunk houses for the poor. I'm going to make sure I build enough services. If the services start to overflow, I'm going to build more.
Well, you did the right thing.
I'm also going to be checking with the church chapels, making sure I'm keeping everyone happy enough people. So I'm going to maybe have to look at putting another chapel around here. As you can see, my support's 100%, so that's great. Also, workers that are happy leads to better efficiency. And if we have a look at my almanac, my overall happiness is at 40, which was better than when we started. Food has got up by 1 since then. Fun is at 43. Faith is steadily rising, it's now at 37. And we're doing alright in the other areas. So thanks for watching. And part 3 will be on the next era.